Today, I'm going to explain how nuclear weapons work. Before we begin, did you know that no African country currently owns a nuclear weapon? As many people know, nuclear weapons are the most destructive tools ever created by humans. Experts widely agree that no nation could truly win a nuclear war. Such a conflict would lead to a situation known as mutually assured destruction, where all sides suffer devastating consequences. In reality, the damage would not only affect the countries involved, but could also impact the entire planet. Depending on its power, a single nuclear bomb can wipe out an entire city within seconds. Imagine cities like Lagos, Nairobi, or Pretoria being destroyed in just moments. It's almost impossible to comprehend how devastating that would be. If you are enjoying this video, subscribe to this channel and like this video. When a nuclear weapon explodes, it creates an enormous fireball that is hotter than the surface of the sun. This intense heat can ignite fires several miles away from the explosion. At the same time, the blast releases invisible energy waves and microscopic particles known as radiation, which are extremely dangerous to human health. If multiple nuclear weapons were used in a war, the fires from destroyed cities could send huge amounts of smoke and dust high into the atmosphere. These thick clouds could block sunlight from reaching the Earth. Without sunlight, plants cannot perform photosynthesis, the process they use to produce their own food. If plants begin to die, global food production would drop dramatically. In addition, the lack of sunlight would cause global temperatures to fall. This combination of darkness, colder weather, and food shortages is known as nuclear winter. The United States was the first country to develop nuclear weapons. Shortly afterward, the Soviet Union, now known as Russia, successfully built its own nuclear arsenal. Subscribe to this channel and like this video for more interesting facts. Today, 9 countries are believed to possess nuclear weapons. These countries include United States, Russia, China, France, United Kingdom, India, Pakistan, Israel, North Korea. The United States is the only country that has ever used nuclear weapons in war. This happened during World War II, when 2 Japanese cities were bombed. Hiroshima, August 6, 1945. Nagasaki, August 9, 1945. It is estimated that between 100,000 and 200,000 people died as a result of the explosions, fires, and radiation. Since then, nuclear weapons have never again been used in warfare. Today, Russia possesses the largest number of nuclear weapons, followed closely by the United States. Together, these 2 countries hold the majority of the world's nuclear arsenal. Approximate nuclear warhead numbers include Russia over 5,000, United States over 5,000, China over 600, France over 200, United Kingdom over 200. The most powerful nuclear weapon ever tested was developed by the Soviet Union. It was called the Tsar Bomba. This bomb was more than 3,000 times stronger than the one dropped on Hiroshima. The explosion was so powerful that its shock waves shattered windows hundreds of miles away. Fortunately, it was only tested and never used in combat. There are 2 main types of nuclear weapons: atomic bombs, hydrogen bombs. Let's start with atomic bombs. An atomic bomb works by splitting atoms. Imagine cutting a piece of metal into smaller and smaller pieces. Eventually, you reach the smallest possible unit of that material. That tiny unit is called an atom. Inside the center of an atom is a huge amount of stored energy. When scientists split certain atoms, such as uranium-235, a large amount of energy is suddenly released. This process is called nuclear fission. When many atoms split in a rapid chain reaction, the enormous energy produced results in a nuclear explosion. Are you enjoying this video? Subscribe to this channel and like this video. Now let's talk about hydrogen bombs. Hydrogen bombs are much more powerful than atomic bombs. Instead of splitting atoms, they work by forcing hydrogen atoms to combine together under extremely high temperatures and pressure. The hydrogen used in these bombs is not the same type found in the water we drink. Instead, they use special forms of hydrogen known as deuterium and tritium. When these atoms fuse together under extreme conditions, they release an enormous amount of energy. This process, called nuclear fusion, produces an explosion far more powerful than that of an atomic bomb. Interestingly, despite how terrifying they are, nuclear weapons have also helped prevent large-scale wars between powerful nations. The fear of mutual destruction discourages countries from attacking each other directly. Some developing powers seek nuclear weapons because they believe it provides an additional level of security. However, these weapons remain extremely dangerous because a single mistake could cost millions of lives, or even threaten the survival of humanity. This leads to an important question. Do any African countries really need nuclear weapons for protection?